What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome back to the latest Liverpool transfer news. And the biggest news is that Naby Fekir could sign for Liverpool in the January transfer window. Our interest hasn't died yet. Calcio Mercato, an Italian outlet, is reporting that Liverpool and Tottenham are still interested in Naby Fekir, but only for the right price. You know full well that Fekir agreed a 5-year contract with Liverpool. He even did the club interviews for £52.8 million. But when the MRI scan came back on Naby Fekir's right knee, which was injured a couple of times before, Liverpool basically wanted to renegotiate the price and Lyon didn't really want to do that. But I think for the right price, Liverpool would still be interested in Naby Fekir, who is still a very good player. He already scored 7 goals in just 17 games this season for Lyon. He didn't play in the a French FA Cup or the French League Cup, so these are only French League and Champions League appearances, and especially in the Champions League he has caught the eye, and recently he scored a stunning free kick against Toulouse in the French Championship. And I will be honest, I'm watching the Lyon highlights because I just love Naby Fekir as a player, and I found a very detailed article on what happened to Naby Fekir and why his transfer broke down, and also why his right knee scared Liverpool off. I will link to that in the video's description. Basically, the gist of it is, if you don't want to read it, it's quite long, is that Naby Fekir ruptured his ACL, which is a ligament, cruciate ligament, in his right knee in 2016, and they did a reconstruction surgery, and after that he had a couple of smaller injuries to that right knee, which basically wears out the cartilage in the knee, which means that Naby Fekir will be more prone to knee arthritis and also basically more injury prone in the long term. And of course, with Naby Fekir, you know, Liverpool wanted to pay him a huge 5-year contract, big wages, and of course, when you know that the player will be injury prone and in the next 5 years he could break down and he could miss a full season or two with this injury, Liverpool of course wanted to lower the price. Lyon didn't really want to do that, but I think Lyon will regret that because Naby Fekir's contract is up at the end of next season, so he basically has 1 year and a little bit left on his contract, and he hasn't extended it yet. And I think until Naby Fekir signs for another club, this Fekir to Liverpool transfer saga could still happen, in my opinion. It's still a possibility, because if Lyon really want to make money out of Naby Fekir, and he's one of their best players, so if they don't want to lose Naby Fekir on a free transfer, they have to sell him either in this January transfer window or in the summer. But even if they sell him in the summer, that's for a cut price deal, because Naby Fekir knows that next January, so just 1 year from now, he can negotiate with any club outside of France a pre-contract agreement. And that's why I'm saying that Liverpool could still be interested, because I'm definitely thinking that Liverpool want to sign a number 10, somebody like Naby Fekir. And if it is Naby Fekir, I think for maybe 25-30 million pounds, we would be interested in him, because Liverpool definitely have the money to pay for Fekir. I mean, we already had a 53 million pound bid agreed with Lyon. I can't stress that enough. But Liverpool backed out of that original deal, wanted to restructure and renegotiate the transfer fee, and Lyon basically said, no, we don't really want to do that, and pulled out of negotiations. But that doesn't mean that Jurgen Klopp is not interested in either Fekir or a kind of player like Fekir. So let me know, guys. I ultimately want to hear your opinion. Do you think that Liverpool should go back for Naby Fekir? I think we only should go back if the price is right, because of course his right knee is a concern. It's an injury worry in the long term, and we don't want too many injury prone players at Liverpool. Look at what is happening to Lallana, to Daniel Sturridge, to an extent Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He also had quite a few injuries, so we don't want players like that. But if the price is right, if he only costs like 25 million, I think the there would be a risk, but the reward would be also huge, because Naby Fekir could easily get 15 goals in this Liverpool midfield if he plays regularly. And at the moment his knee is holding up, so who knows, maybe he could play for the next 3 or 4 years without any problems. That's the problem, we don't know in the future how much the knee will flare up, will swell up, and how many problems will he have under increased pressure. So that's very difficult. It's only a 20% increase of the injury, which is a significant increase, but still, after similar ACL injuries, about 83% of athletes returned to their previous performances. So that means that 4 out of every 5 football players or athletes could play on after an ACL injury of like Naby Fekir. So I'm really hoping that that he will stay injury free and sign for Liverpool. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear yours. And ecstatic news, brilliant news, Trent Alexander-Arnold just signed a brand new 5-year contract with Liverpool. That's music to my ears, and he could be fit for the Brighton game. I'm recording this for the Crystal Palace game. I'm recording this just before the Crystal Palace game, but Trent Alexander-Arnold is a brilliant player, and I'm really over the moon of him signing a new contract, because he's a Scouser, a Liverpudlian, and he has Liverpool blood through him, and he really wants to stay at Liverpool and potentially become a club legend like Jamie Carragher. So I'm really hoping that is the case. At the moment, Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool are doing really well. So many of our players, our key players, have long contracts. Salah, Mane, Firmino, Van Dijk, Alexander-Arnold, Andrew Robertson just like 2 or 3 days ago signed a new 5-year contract, and the list goes on. Naby Keita also is on a long contract. Really happy with how Liverpool are building this team. And Alexander-Arnold himself said, "I'm ecstatic and really proud. I feel privileged to have the support and the trust the club has in me to offer me a new deal. There was no doubt in my mind to sign and extend the years I have with the club. Hopefully we can achieve a lot of success together." And Alexander-Arnold also said, "As soon as they offered the contract, there was no hesitation whatsoever. The thing that made it easiest for me was having the people around me to make sure I was able to focus on football as much as possible and get the deal done as soon as possible. That is down to my brother, especially my manager, who took that role and allowed me to focus on football and not get distracted, which is the main thing. The last 18 months especially have been very special. Hopefully the next 18 months and even further on that will be even more special." And Jurgen Klopp said Liverpool supporters love Trent as one of their own. By the way, that's very true. And although I have noticed, Jurgen Klopp says, "I've noticed that he doesn't have a song from the fans yet, so maybe that is something they can work on. Wow, does he deserve one?" I agree, but you have to take it into consideration that it's very difficult to get a song for a player like Trent Alexander-Arnold, because his name is pretty long and it's very difficult to get a song which rhymes with Alexander-Arnold. So, but I'm sure that Liverpool fans are working on something, because they always are. And there has been 50 games with Virgil van Dijk in the heart of the Liverpool defense, and I just wanted to tell you some statistics about the Liverpool with Van Dijk and before that time Liverpool without Van Dijk, because the contrast is huge. So Liverpool have 33 wins, 7 draws, 10 losses with Van Dijk in 50 games. Before that it's 28 wins, 15 draws and 9 losses. The win percentage is up to 66% from 52%, sorry. So that's a big increase. The goals scored is similar, 108 to 109, but the goals conceded column is much better. So before Van Dijk in 50 games, we conceded 57 goals, which is not like terrible, but it's not the best either. But since Van Dijk, we only conceded 41 goals in 50 games. That is less than a goal per game ratio, which is huge. Liverpool, since Jamie Carragher retired, really needed a leader and a colossus at the back, just like Van Dijk. So I'm so happy that Liverpool signed him. Huge congratulations to Jurgen Klopp, to the scouting team, to Michael Edwards, to everybody who took part in this. And also Liverpool kept 24 clean sheets in 50 games with Van Dijk. That's about almost 50% of the games we don't concede a goal. While before that, in 50 games, it was 18 clean sheets. Actually faced more shots with Van Dijk than without Van Dijk, which is interesting, 434, but the same amount of shots on target faced. So even though we face a little bit more shots with Van Dijk in the team, the same amount of shots on target, 147. Concede 41 goals with just 147 shots on target faced. It's a brilliant number. That's very, very good. And also I think it's down to Alisson, who is saving a lot of shots, a lot of brilliant goalkeeping saves by Alisson. Let's hope that they can keep it up. And what is the most staggering statistic, in my opinion, is since Van Dijk joined Liverpool, there was not one player who could dribble past him with the ball. That is mind-blowing. He's the only defender, he's the only player in fact in the Premier League who has that statistic. Not one player with a successful dribble past Van Dijk. What a world-class defender he is. And Fabinho also is very happy with the progress that he made in this Liverpool team. He said some weeks ago, I knew that me being a centre-back could be an option because we had some players out injured and we only had 2 centre-backs available. When Dejan Lovren got injured, I knew it would be logical that I would play in that position. I had some training sessions playing it in that position, which helped me adapt better and pick up certain aspects like positioning and movement. You need to be natural to play in this position, and I just my own opinion, I think he has been brilliant since he slotted into the Liverpool defense. And I really hope that Matip is fit for the Crystal Palace game so Fabinho can move up to midfield. That's where his natural position is, that's where he can truly excel in this Liverpool team. And Fabinho also said, in the last game against Brighton, I think I played well. Playing alongside Van Dijk helped. He's really vocal, he guided us, he helped me a lot. In this position, which I haven't played in a lot, I think I adapted well. There are some aspects, such as positioning, that I need to improve on. If I were to play in this position more, I would improve on these things, but that's natural. So Fabinho had a slow start in the first 3 months of the season. He didn't really play. He was getting accustomed to the new language, the new country, the new league, Klopp's new playing style and everything. But he has featured in the last 9 games for Liverpool in all competitions. And he said this, of course, playing more and more and getting more minutes is going to lead to my confidence growing. The chemistry on the field between players has been improving. The more you play, the more natural these things have become, and I hope I can keep on being important for the team. The relationship with the coach is good. He understands things about us, things we need to improve on. And you guys are watching this after the Liverpool Crystal Palace game. I'm really hoping that we win that, because it will be a difficult game. Crystal Palace went to the Etihad and won there, so Liverpool have to be on their toes, but I'm really looking forward to it. I will do probably Fanzone live reactions for that game as well, so really pumped for that game, to watch it, to analyze it and to commentate it for you guys. So I'm really, really pumped, and let's hope that Liverpool can keep performing in their top form like they were performing even before the Manchester City defeat. Let's keep that going, and this is now the time when we should build momentum and really put the pressure on Manchester City. I think Man City play tomorrow, if I believe, away at Huddersfield. I fully expect them to win. And as I said, the Crystal Palace game won't be easy, so let's hope that we win. You guys already know the result. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, a like is always appreciated. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Goodbye.